So it's been several weeks since I've been here. It looks like this is going to be episode 37, and we'll see what's going on in the hangar. Hopefully Jan's got everything done. We'll see. Anyway, I'll get back to you and I know something. See you in a bit. Okay, so I'm down here at the hangar and some things that are going on. First of all, you remember the question I asked about the stenciling on the clamshell for the firewalls. We decided, let me turn this around. We decided to go with what was done. Now, he hasn't fixed the carburetor one, but we're going to go with solenoid and controls. I didn't see this, as was pointed out to me afterwards. So still got to do, oh no, we got the carburetor one done. So those are going to get painted on that other clamshell. And to show you some other stuff that's been going on while I was gone, John Egbert has been here and he's been doing some more polishing. Jan has got this door all finessed with anti-skid on the stairs, and up in here, let's see how dark it is. He's added this, and that's kind of a buffer for to keep this thing from slamming when the door shuts. And he's got the pressure so that this just comes up real nice. You hold the button here from the outside, and while you're doing that, when the door comes up, you just latch it and it's really smooth. It's a very nice job that he's done there. So also in the last video where I was talking about night mission and they have the automatic retract on the stairs, whatever we had is not here anymore, and it would have been on the first stair. We don't have any of that mechanism, so we just have to be careful to close up the stairs before we retract it. Otherwise, this bottom stair runs into the bottom fuselage here. Now, for other things that have been going on, when Onmark had this aircraft, there's supposed to be these two mounting bolts. There's two more here and here. There's another one up there in the light and another one there. But there's supposed to be two here and here, but they had been removed. So we had a machinist buddy of ours was able to make these, and they'll get bolted down here. And it's a beautiful thing. So now we can, when we mount the nose, come on, if I can do it right, there we go. Now we can have all of the mount points for the nose, and I'm hoping that comes up pretty quickly because I want to get the nose art painted on the nose and start getting all this stuff hooked up. Also, Bob and John have been up here in the cockpit, and they're getting the reverse current relays installed, getting the voltage regulators, getting those installed, and something that Jan was working on, he's getting the great big ADF loop antenna. Now, it's not going to be operable, but it looks really cool. I always thought these were cool on bombers. So he's got that mounted. Also, while I was gone, all the rest of the formation lights came in, so all the formations are installed and are in working order. And I got here this morning and I started working on trying to get the CHT wires all that's these right here, getting these all tied off so that there's no chafing. Once we do that, then this upper cowl ring, let me back up a little bit. So you've got the cowl ring here and the lower cowl ring here. Well, these cowl rings Both of these are what the main cowls, clamshell top and bottom, but also this one here, this rear cowl ring, that's what hinges all of the cowl flaps. And so once that CHT is run and all chafe protected, then we can install all that stuff, start getting the exhaust installed, getting the cowl flaps on and getting them rigged. It's going to be exciting. So I'll be back here on Monday and see what other progress we make. I'll get back with you. Hey folks, it's Bob. I'm down here at the hangar. We have been, I was here Monday and nobody's here yet, so I don't know what was done while I was gone. But let me show you what I was doing before I left on Friday. Let me turn this around. So I've got the CHT on the left engine. I've got it all, I don't know how well you can see this, all anti-chafed in here. And it's runs up onto the top of the engine and then goes through the firewall right in front of the carburetor. And so I got that done. I don't have it hooked up in the bell. That'll be one of my things today. But we have the left hoops, they call them an anti-drag cowl, but the engine cowls sit on these two hoops. And we've got this engine basically all done. Oh, looks like I got to put one more nut and washer and cotter pin in that one. And so now I'm ready to start installing the rest of the exhaust. Now, I can't do the top two. Let me get up here where I can give you a better eye view here. I can't do the top two because the air intake needs to go on here first. And we have to finalize everything that we can reach through that access before we do that. But there's no reason I can't put the, I have 3 on now. I can put 4 more exhaust headers on. And then I can start putting the cowl flaps on this side and getting it all done. So that's really cool. I have to, on the other engine, I still have to do all the anti-chafing for the CHT wire on that side. So that's good. And then we can do the same thing. I am missing 4 expansion joints for exhausts. Let me get off this ladder. Okay. So the exhaust on A26s, you've got the rear engine, or the rear cylinders, and you've got the front cylinders. Well, so as they heat and contract, they're going to move in different ways. This is the only thing that the exhaust is actually clamped to. There's a stub that goes on this one that allows the exhaust pipe to move. So it's it's a pipe that goes over here, gets clamped here, but the exhaust just, here, there you go, now you can see that. So this inner pipe here is what is actually affixed. This just slides back and forth on here depending on how hot it gets. So I've got to have 4 more of those to do both engines. So I'm working on getting those. I want to give a shout out. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on a minute. Okay, I want to give a shout out to a couple of people. First of all, there's this part here is a fairing for the pushrod exit on the trim tab on the right aileron. This was hand formed by Mike Kellner of the Desert Rat B-17 team in Illinois. And he handcrafted this and then hardened it for us for that aileron up there. And it's outstanding. And thank you, Mike, for doing that. And then the problem we've had we've been trying to come up with a solution for. This is our life raft door that goes up on top of this nacelle. Well, as you can see, it's pretty rotten. So a friend of ours, a local guy, John Partridge, has English wheeled us a new skin and has been working on creating the inner structure for us. Because this will be on the inside. If I turn this over, you can see that this inner structure was all rotten and had been cut out before we got to it. So that'll be good to get this all ready to go. He's been working on this for some time, and thank you, John, for doing that. And we'll go from there. Back to what's going on in the hangar. I've been talking with another gentleman by the name of Jonathan. He hosts a YouTube channel called Invader Historical Foundation, and he's given me a lot of information about our particular Invader. And I've made mention of some things that I had thought in past videos. One of them being, I thought that our Invader was born December 44, was actually born in October of 45. So I get an extra year for the 80th birthday of this airplane. And we'll see where we do that, where we fly in to do that. He also let me know that there were actually 4 other serial numbers after ours. Turn this around. Ours is 434774. Well, there was 775, 776, 777, and 778. And he has the cards that would follow the airplane through the assembly line, and on all of those aircraft except for 775. What he doesn't know is what the disposition of those 4 airframes are, where those 4 airframes are. So while ours wasn't the very last out of the factory, and ours was manufactured in Long Beach, California, it's probably the last available serial number out there. Who knows what happened to them. We'll keep searching to see if there's a newer airframe out of there. So anyway, I'll do some work and I'll get back to you.
And now for something completely different.
All right. Well, welcome. This is a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm excited to be. Anytime I get to hang around Max and now Jenny, it's a great time. I've been able to hang around him a little bit the last little while. So I found this quote from Franklin D. Roosevelt that was wonderful. I think it's very applicable to what's happened today. This is 2 days after the bombing on Pearl Harbor, at a little fireside. A fireside is what a fireside chat, and he said, speaking of World War II, Franklin D. Roosevelt said, "We are now in this war. We are all in it, all the way." I think that's applicable to marriage. When you get married, you gotta be in it all the way, right? Part of marriage is love, and love is what was, what is, what will be, and also what won't be, what will not be. And when they committed to each other, you committed. You left everything down where you were, and you jumped all in. And Max does that with everything he does. and he certainly has done that with this wonderful union marriage to the two of you, for the two of you. So with that, we'll go ahead and do the ring ceremony. Is that all right? I don't really know how.
I don't know what to do. There you go.
Beautiful one.
So we have. I don't know if there's any particular order we're supposed to do this.
I think she does it first. You put it on her first.
That goes on your
Oh yeah, that's right. You need to switch
There we go.
trivial to some, but it's a really big deal to me. And I think this is an appropriate time for this. Did I spell it right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. You know what that is?
Yeah.
You know what that is? All right, thanks.
Congratulations.
I don't know what the state of the food is. Somebody
That's all right.
knows?
We'll worry about that.
So it's the end of the day. I did some chafing remediation in the bell of the port engine. I didn't do any on the right engine. I was mostly sitting here, let me turn this around, going through the B26K book, looking for things that we need to start finding. And the reason I was looking at the K model book is, as it turns out, our airplane was converted to a VIP transport. As I recall, there was a lot of things done in 1957. Well, the first true K model came out, did its first flight in 64. So we've decided that we didn't get things from the K model. The K model got stuff from us. It's really cool. But anyway, I'm going to continue compiling notes on stuff that we need to find. Tires, oil. Those are going to be real expensive buys. Tubes are really expensive and hard to find. So those are things that we're going to have to be looking at. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Congratulations on Max getting married. And we'll see you on the next one. Please share the video with your friends, subscribe, like the video. It helps me, I hope, one of these days. Anyway, thanks for watching.